Welcome to the 40 to 40 podcast. Join me, your host John Wiser, as I explore life 40 degrees south of the equator. Welcome to episode 4 of 40 to 40, the podcast, Choosing Neuquen. I'm so excited to have our first guest, Carlos, with us. Carlos, I have one follower of the podcast, and she said to me, you really need to get a guest because I'm tired of listening to your voice for the last 3 episodes. And I said to her, Mom, I'm sorry, I'm working on it. I just don't have any friends yet. So thank you so much for supporting me. So about Carlos, he's a real trooper. I texted him the other day and I said, Carlos, I got an opportunity for you. And he said, yes, I'll do it. So he's here to support me. Carlos has been very, very helpful for me when I moved to Neuquen to be someone who's in a similar situation where he's lived in the United States before. He's a U.S. citizen, and he was able to help me in a lot of different ways. And so I appreciated that. And I'm very thankful to have you.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome.
When you invited me, I said, if it comes from John, it has to be good. So I don't care what it is. There you go.
And you just found out 10 minutes ago that we're speaking in English, not in Spanish. So you're very excited.
That's something that you guys couldn't have the problem, no me.
Very good. Awesome. So Carlos, I just wanted to share a little bit of your background and your story about living in the United States and living in Argentina with the audience, and also get a chance to get your perspective on really what it's like in Neuquen, because you know better than I do. So just to kind of paint the picture of where you come from, what were you doing in Neuquen before you moved to the United States, and why did you move to the United States?
Actually, I was born in Rosario, which is a province next to Buenos Aires. Rosario is a city that is 200 miles from Buenos Aires. And I was living there. I was 19 years old, and my father decided with the whole family to go visit the United States. We have heard so much about the Yankees and everything else, so we decided to go visit. And we decided to go visit and stay 2 months. And United States, we were willing to drive through United States. Our plan was to arrive to Miami and then drive into California, and then from California back to Argentina.
Wow, okay.
I come from my family.
You wanted to drive from California down to Argentina?
No. I did it.
Okay. Brave.
But not at that time. At that time, we were planning to drive from Miami into Los Angeles.
Got it. Okay.
So my whole family, they are in the trucking business. So for us, driving is not a problem. We don't see any long distance. So we decided to go. Since we wanted to stay more than a month, the government of the United States said, no, if you have to prove that you have found enough to support yourself and your family. That was to my father.
Okay.
And I had a brother and a sister and my mother, so we were 5 in the family.
Okay.
So my father showed that he did have the funds. So the government, the embassy here said, no, we instead of give you the tourist visa for more than a month, we give you the residence.
Wow, okay.
And you stay as long as you want, and whenever you want, we'll come back. Okay.
So it was a lot easier back then.
It was much easier. And my father said, no, I don't want that visa. And the guy at the embassy said, you see all those people in line there? Yeah. Well, all those, they're waiting for us to give it what I'm offering.
Yeah, take it.
No, if they're waiting for that, I want you to slip out. So we went into the state to visit, but we went with the visa already, the permanent visa.
Right.
So we went there, and we liked it very much.
Okay.
And we stayed there a few weeks. We were in Miami Beach, and we went around. I went to Tampa. Tampa was a city which is about 250 miles from Miami.
Right.
We have family there. My father has some cousins. and we liked it. And what we did, we bought a service station.
Okay.
And we decided to stay.
Yeah.
We stayed
Okay.
for a long time
So you bought the service station in Tampa.
in Tampa. A few weeks after we arrived, less than 2 months, we already bought a service station.
And that became then the primary business while you were
Yeah,
in the United States?
we had 3 stations then. We bought 2 more after
Okay.
some time.
Okay.
And we liked it, the whole family liked it, and then I became American citizen.
Okay.
And we always went back and forth because my father has some business here in Argentina that he still had it at that time.
Great.
So, and then he came over to take care of the business and all that until back in 1983,
Okay.
I got married and with an Argentinian girl.
And you met her in Argentina or in the United States?
No, I got married here in Argentina.
Okay.
And I tried to go back with my wife into United States.
Right.
I took there, and I got one of my daughters who was born in the United States.
Right.
And but my wife, she's biochemistry, and she didn't want to study to come up biochemistry in the United States. Like, he didn't want to study anymore. We had 2 girls, and she had her parents. They were a little older, and so she said, "I want to live in Argentina."
So how long did you live in the United States then?
I lived until 1992 when I really decided to come back. And when I come back here to Neuquen.
Okay.
It was 25 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So today I'm retired in the United States.
That's great. Okay. So 25 years in the United States, you get to a point where you have 2 kids and your wife says, I want to come back to Argentina. Is that basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I said, I got married 37 years old. So
Right. Yeah.
it was, I said, why was so wrong to get married? I got 2 daughters. My wife wants to live in Argentina. I have to work in Argentina or in the United States.
Correct.
I like both places.
Yep.
But I have to really see that Argentina give you a lot more opportunity that give you United States. The work in United States is so much easier.
Sure.
It's everything is already planned,
Right.
And it's nice and easy.
Okay. So if I understood you correctly, you said work is easier in some ways in the United States.
It's easy to work in.
However, there's more opportunities in Argentina.
Also, yeah.
Okay.
Argentina has everything to be done.
Right.
And in the United States, you just have to do what they plan is for you to
Understand. Understand. Yeah. That's interesting perspective. So, okay. So you've come back to Argentina, but you're from Rosario.
And from where I went to United States. I was studying, I was in engineering in university. So I got my transfer to United States.
Okay.
And I continued my study in United States for another year. But I had to work because when we bought the station, my father never speak any English, so I was the older brother, so I had to be with him, and the work, they didn't let any time to go to school.
Yeah, well, but that's one thing I like about your story is that you didn't have to get the 4-year degree to find a way to keep yourself busy and to make money and to have a business.
Well,
So,
I always choose work.
Yeah,
That's the main thing. I learned that from my parents and my grandparents, and they immigrated from Italy.
Okay.
And so, they all were hardworking people.
Yeah, and that's a good foundation. My dad always told me if you can do things with your hands, you'll never go hungry, right? If you gotta learn how to make things, how to fix things, you always have some skills, right? That's always.
And I did that myself, and really never had any. I don't know if I could do it better or not. I don't know, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that's good. So you arrived in Argentina. When you arrived back in Argentina, why did you go directly to Neuquen?
Yes, because when we decided to come back to Argentina, I asked my wife, I said, well, if we go back to Argentina, where would we like to go?
Right.
She said, as long as Argentina, I don't care where we go.
Okay.
I go with you. Wherever you decide to go, I go with you. So literally, what we did, we put an Argentine map on the table in my dining room in my house in the United States.
Yeah.
We choose from province to province. We say, in this province, this is good, but now it's so hot, and this is so cold, and this, and this, that. So I knew Argentina, the whole Argentina,
right?
Because of the work of my father and myself.
Okay.
I knew Argentina from coast to coast.
From the truck driving.
From truck driver, and after being a truck driver, we had trucking company.
Right.
So we have trucks that we brought from the United States into Argentina.
Right.
So we were traveling the whole Argentina. And we chose Neuquen.
Right.
In Neuquen, we knew there was a very prosperous province.
So 1992, Neuquen already had a reputation of opportunity and prosperity? Okay.
Yes. So and
because of oil?
Because not just the oil, they has fruit.
Right. For
and apples and pears that were really good for the economy at that time.
Okay.
And already was the gas, and not the oil, but they covered a lot of gas in Neuquen.
The natural gas.
Actually, I worked in a company, and Netherlands company. They come to do a pipeline from Neuquen into Rosario.
Okay.
I worked with them. I was there when we built this first pipeline.
Okay.
And I liked it, and I liked the city, and I liked the people.
Yeah.
I really the people there. I'm from another province, and I made a lot of friends here.
Yeah.
And they made me feel comfortable, and I was really comfortable.
Yeah.
Every time I come here to Neuquen, I feel good.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Yeah, I say my experience has been similar with Neuquen. It's been nice. Yeah.
It's not just
yeah. So you're arriving in Neuquen. I have to ask, both when you moved to the United States and when you moved to Neuquen, maybe you were a different age than I am now, but did you ever feel anything like culture shock or going through the process of, oh, this is hard, or did you feel pretty well adjusted?
No, I feel pretty well adjusted. Okay. In both places, actually, I never had, and I know that people, even my friends in the United States, they used to tell me, oh, no, here, when you are from South America, they do this, that. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. To me, it's fine,
Yeah.
I was very young then. I was 19 years old when I got there. And I remember in the first couple of years, and they invite me to the late, junior high school on that they were little advanced in Spanish.
Right.
they invite me at the Spanish classes to talk about Argentina.
Right.
And they were funny. The kid, they asked me very funny, how they dress, or do they have Coca-Cola?
Yeah. My wife's favorite thing, whenever she tells people they're from Argentina, is she'll get a lot of like, so you guys like tacos? or she had one friend asked her if you have Wi-Fi in Argentina.
Yeah, so there's not Chinese people.
Well, not then, but recently someone asked that. So I think it's very far away. It's very foreign, right? Yeah.
Then
we're interested.
And many people ask me, say, what is Argentina? Is the capital of Brazil? And but that was funny when they do they have Coca-Cola in Argentina?
Yeah.
And so I feel that from the very beginning, I feel really well received.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think it makes sense because you went to the United States when you were a bit younger than me. So when you're younger, you're typically more flexible anyways. And then you already know Argentina, and you're going back and forth between Argentina and the United States. So therefore, there's not as much change for you. You already have a more flexible background.
Yeah, I never feel strange and
it's a blessing. Yeah. So good. So you arrived in Neuquen in the 90s. Is that right?
Yeah, 92.
92. Okay. And you've been in Neuquen area since then for 30 years.
Yeah. That was my last trip coming in from United States and not going back. From 1966, this when I first went to United States, from Rosario to United States until 1992, and I always went back and forth. From we did business, bringing stuff from the United States and Argentina. I was part of our work, and I always went back and forth. But after 1992, when I established in Neuquen, I never went back. I went back many times just to visit.
Just back in Argentina. Yeah, I understand.
But this one, I really moved back to Argentina.
Okay. So far in the podcast, I've spoken a little bit about topics that are basically national topics, like inflation and politics is affecting everyone in Argentina. But specifically in Neuquen, how has Neuquen changed in the 30 years that you've been here from 92 until now?
Oh, it's a lot.
Okay.
Because when I got here, the city was very small.
Okay.
The city finished way down to downtown from the airport.
Okay.
And then the city started to expand now. It's got together with the next town, which is Protier, and from Centenario, which is about 15 kilometers right away.
Right.
Either one of those two cities, and you can find any empty lot and neither one of those two cities. So the city has grown a lot.
Yeah.
I was there before yesterday in a meeting with the mayor here in Neuquen, and he's desperate because there's a lot of people coming into Neuquen, and they got their hand full just to keep the infrastructure for the city, just to be able to attend the people that are moving in.
Right. Yeah, growth is exciting, but in my experience, at least growth, like for example, in a business. So we have a business product line that's growing, and we need to buy more machines, or we need to build a new factory. It's exciting, but growth is really difficult because you have to think about, okay, we need new housing. So what does that mean? We also need new buses. We need more roads. We need, the sewage infrastructure, everything.
So that's the one of the biggest problems, sewage and water facility for that. So, and when I look at from my point of view of business, I just say it's good to a lot of people come in.
Yeah, sure.
But when I look those poor guys, this tractor.
So I guess we skipped over this topic a little bit, but your business, I really like it. So I'll let you explain. But essentially, you're taking waste oil and recycling. So you're taking a waste product that no one has a use for it, and then you're turning it into something valuable. So I always like processes that do that. But can you just explain a little bit about your business?
Well, actually, when I got here to Argentina, I bought a service station.
It's in your base, same like United States. Okay. And do what you know how to do, right?
I didn't know how to do it. So, but since I had trucks too, and in United States, we used to, I had the same thing. I had trucks and I had the service station, right? And over there, we used to get the oil that we have from oil changes and all that, and keep it, and somebody come and pick it up and take it away.
Yeah.
When I got here back to Argentina, even though I was Argentina, I forgot about this.
Yeah.
So I went to the city and I said, what do I do with the oil? Oh, I don't know. Well, you do whatever. No. This is very...
You don't want me to do whatever. Let's not finish that.
So I said, the province have to take care of that. So I went to the province.
Yes.
And I said, look, I got the oil and I want to know I need to know what to do with it.
Right.
And he said, oh, we don't have anything available for the oil. Go to the city of Neuquen. My business was in Centenaria, which is 15 kilometers away. I said, you have to go to the city of Neuquen. So I went to the city of Neuquen. They said, oh yeah, bring it over here. And what do you do with it? No, we keep it in a place that, I said, I want to see the place. So, when I went to see the place, they have made a hole in the ground.
No.
And they pour all the oil there. And that hole never filled up because they had the filtration that it goes inside.
Right.
So they just keep pouring oil and the level is so... I said, no, I'm not going to bring my oil over here. No, I won't do that. And well, they got very excited because we used to take the oil. A few months later, I have a notice from the province. They say, we assigned you an oil collector.
Good.
The province. Yeah, you are legally authorized to keep your oil. I said, I don't want it, but I want a place to take it. But the province give you that.
So you opened that can of worms, so it's yours now, right?
And I said, wow, what do I do with it?
Right.
But I didn't finish that because they sent me other people to take the oil to me. So when I got a quantity of oil, I say, well, do this. So I started to look to what to do with the oil. So I tried to sell it, and it was hard, very hard. So I had a friend, an engineer at the university here in Neuquen, the faculty of engineering. And I said, what do you want to do? He said, no, you have to do a process, blah, 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 blah. So he showed me how to do the correct thing, to how to keep the oil, how to get the humidity out and all that. So I did that. And then the oil that the people bring me and the one I produced had a good price in other places, in other provinces.
Yes. Yeah.
So I started selling.
Yeah.
And then I started, I didn't wait anymore to bring it to me, so I went to go and look for it.
That's the best kind of business. Your ACE product is free, right?
Yeah, that's right. So that's how I got started with my business. And today, we have a refinery in San Lorenzo, which is a city in Santa Fe.
Okay.
We have about 20 trucks that they do the collection. we go to the Atlantic coast, and we do all the Patagonia and Argentina collecting oil.
That's great. I love it. You didn't have a solution, and then you found a way. It goes back to what you said, is in the United States, you called someone up, they came, they did their thing. In Argentina, it was an opportunity.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why, now I'm so concerned what we're doing with the water.
Okay.
The water is, everybody just, the wastewater, they throw it in any place in the river, and they contaminating the water of the rivers around here. So I'm working hard on that.
Okay.
Right?
Opportunity.
Now that I question.
Awesome. So thank you very much. I guess to close, summarizing, Neuquen from your own perspective and your business, are there opportunities in Neuquen? I think I know the answer. And are you optimistic for Neuquen for the next 10 years?
Yeah, I'm very optimistic because it's a lot of oil here, we have the second or third
The
reserve of oil
right,
in the world.
Vaca Muerta Basin.
Vaca Muerta, we are right on top of Vaca Muerta here.
Right.
Even though that about 50, 60 miles from here is where the drills, but we are right on top of Vaca Muerta.
Okay.
And that's in oil. Gas is even better.
Right.
And but the new government that is assumed 2 months ago,
Okay.
they have a project of working with the oil and gas until 2050.
Okay.
So for the next 30 years, that's the length of time they got themselves marked to how to protect Neuquen for the next 30 years.
So when you say the government's working with the oil and gas industry, does that mean it's some kind of extra attentional support? Is it subsidies? Is it, what is it? Do you know what that will look like?
Well, actually, what it is they're looking for companies around the world that you see, until a couple months ago, we had a government that their attendance was not very good for the eyes of investors around the world.
Right.
So actually, nobody wanted to bring any money to Argentina.
That's the national situation.
It's a national situation.
Right. So the national situation's got
Affect directly to Neuquen.
exactly. Yeah.
So, but right now, with this new government, and it's a new expectation for the economy.
Right.
And said, I think that it will be. I was in Canada a couple months ago, and they were really looking very close Argentina to come to invest and work and bring in technology to Argentina, because they have the opportunity.
Yeah.
And so they need the technology, the know-how, and the investment too.
Awesome. Good. Optimistic then.
Optimistic.
Awesome.
And also,
Awesome. Well, Carlos, thank you so much for explaining why you decided to move back to Neuquen and helping me and the viewers understand a little more about what it's like in Neuquen. So thank you very much.
well, thank you for the invitation. It was really
I appreciate it.
pleasure.